What would you wear on a first date? And what would you wear if you were about to meet your future in-laws for the first time? Those are some of the questions I'm going to be answering in today's video. This is sort of a 10 occasion, 10 different perfumes for each occasion type of a perfume wardrobe video. So I hope that you're really interested to see what my choices are. Of course, I have a large collection, so there's many perfumes you could choose to wear for any of these occasions, but these are some of the ones that really jumped out at me. If this is your first time here, hello and thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail. My name is Alithia, and on this channel we talk mostly about fragrance. We do also sometimes talk about luxury goods, home decor, minimalism, decluttering, and other things like that. So if that is your thing, definitely make sure to head on down and hit the subscribe button. As we go along, I would love if you guys would comment down below and let me know what some of your choices would be for some of these occasions, if there's anything that really jumps out at you. And with that, let's get started. Okay guys, so before we start off, I'll just let you know again what I'm drinking here. I am sipping on some decaf coffee in one of my favorite coffee mugs. One of the things that made me really sad when I decided to give up caffeine was that I wouldn't be able to use my coffee mug anymore, but that's not true. I've been using decaf, and today is about day 10 or 11 with no caffeine, and I finally feel really, really good with no more fatigue or headaches. And yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. And I do have just a really pretty little quartz tea light candle holder here just for something in the background, and I'm still working away at my rose candle from Bath & Body Works. And my nail polish color today is one from Revlon, I believe, and I actually can't remember the name. I think it's called Bear It or Bear All or something like that, but it's just like a really pretty like earthy shade, like taupey shade, and I really quite like it. So the first fragrance is in our conservative category. So this is the conservative fragrance. This is the type of fragrance you would wear when you want to smell nice and feminine and pretty, but you don't want to be aggressive. You don't want to be too in anybody's face. You want to just smell very pleasant and ladylike. This would be something to wear to like brunch or church, something like that. So this one I chose Chanel Beige Eau de Parfum. Now I don't actually have the full bottle of this fragrance, but it is one that I'm kind of considering getting for myself in my collection. This is a really beautiful white floral, yellow floral, sweet fragrance with some honey. It almost has like a musky quality to it. It really is a very elegant, sophisticated fragrance. It might be a little bit mature smelling. I don't think that this would be a really big hit with some people in the younger crowds, but I really, really like it. So yeah, this is the one I would choose if I was just going for a nice brunch on a Sunday, you know, maybe getting together for dinner with my in-laws or my family or something like that. So that one is Chanel Beige. The second fragrance is the office fragrance. So this would be the one that you would wear to the workplace, maybe corporate, maybe if you just have any kind of a job that involves being in an office and you're actually allowed to wear fragrances. So I'm a little bit biased in this category because I'm actually not allowed to wear perfume to work. So yeah, I don't get the opportunity to wear fragrances to the office, so to speak. So I get a lot of people asking me what my ideal office fragrance would be. And I think that if I had to pick one, this would probably be a pretty close contender. This is Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel. So a little bit cliche, but this to me is a very strong, sophisticated and feminine fragrance. I think it's perfect for the office. It gives off a feminine, pretty vibe, even a touch of a sex appeal to it, but without being too in your face. And it does have that very clean, soapy, floral, patchouli kind of a vibe to it as well. So I do think that this one would be perfect for day-to-day workwear. If I had an office job, this is one that I would definitely pick. It also has a great longevity, so it would last you all day in the workplace as well. Alternatively, you could just go with Coco Noir because that one is also a really nice kind of a soapy, strong, bold fragrance that I also think would be really, really nice in the workplace. The next fragrance is the everyday fragrance. So this is the fragrance you can just grab and go and throw on any day of the week when you're just running errands, going to the gym, getting groceries. So this would be for like hot summer days, going to the gym. This is the one that I would pick. And this is Chanel Chance Eau de Toilette. I do have the Eau de Parfum, which I really, really love. And I also have the Eau Fraiche, which I really love, but I felt like between the Eau Fraiche and the Eau de Toilette, this was the winner because this one I think is just a touch more sophisticated, everyday, and actually has pretty good longevity. This one lasts a little bit longer than the Eau Fraiche, even though both of them are eau de toilettes. So this is a slightly fruity, citrusy, floral fragrance with a touch of, I think there's a little bit of vanilla or something in the dry down. It does have a little bit of a sweetness, but mostly it's just a fresh, citrusy, classy, everyday fragrance. I think anybody of any age could wear this. It leans a little bit younger probably compared to the Eau de Parfum, but this is one of my favorite fragrances. And as you can see, I did get a lot of use out of this last summer actually, considering I only purchased this at the beginning of summer last year and I have a whole bunch of fragrances, so I did actually get quite a bit of use out of this one. And this is on like my holy grail kind of 5 to 10 fragrances for life. I love it. So ideal for every day. You just can't go wrong. That is Chanel Chance Eau de Toilette. The next fragrance is the black tie event or formal occasion nighttime perfume. So this would be going to sort of a fancier dinner or a fancier event in the evening, dressed up in a cocktail dress with some really nice heels and a nice handbag. This is the one that I keep thinking I would reach for. Of course, I haven't had any of those types of occasions in the last year because there's been nothing going on due to the current circumstances. But if I was to go to one of those events, I feel like this is one I would grab for sure. This is one of my favorite fragrances. It's a sweet blueberry cotton candy fragrance, but it's got more than just sweetness to it. It's a little bit more complex. There is some patchouli in there. There's a few other notes. I think there's bergamot in the opening. It's a very actually complex, but still very sweet, feminine, pretty fragrance. This is also my favorite from the Petite Robe Noire line. It does have, of course, the little black dress on the back. And to me, this is just the perfect little black dress, formal occasion, black tie type of fragrance. It's very, very feminine. It's not like your super powerful, bold, in your face type of fragrance. It's very feminine, but for me, it has a very dressy feel to it as well. I wouldn't wear this just to go to like a lounge with my girlfriends. I wouldn't wear this for a cozy night in. For me, this one definitely has a dressed up feel about it, and that's why I think I would reserve it for those actual little black dress nights. Okay, so now we have another sort of a dressed up little black dress, cocktail dress type of perfume, but this one is a little bit less formal. This one is more when you want to be a touch on the sexier side, just very sexy, very sultry, feminine, sort of femme fatale, maybe a little red cocktail dress. You've got your Louboutins on, of course. You've got a really nice handbag. You've got some dainty jewelry, and you just feel amazing and want to go out and slay the room, so to speak. This is the fragrance I would choose for that. So this is Christian Louboutin Luby Rouge. Again, another newer one to my collection. I keep on raving about this because I love this fragrance so much. I took the lid off just for the purposes of filming because it is extremely heavy. The bottle and everything together are both extremely heavy, but the lid, I think, probably weighs almost as much as the bottle does. So this is such a gorgeous fragrance, you guys. This is a vanilla, iris, and cardamom fragrance, and so it has like a very subtle, soft spiciness to it. It also has like a little bit of a woodiness to it, and it's got that beautiful feminine vanilla, a touch of a powderiness. It almost smells like lipstick. It almost smells like lipstick combined with a little bit of vanilla and a very soft, spicy touch, if I can put it that way. This fragrance was designed to conjure up the images or the feelings of being at a cabaret in Paris, and it certainly does that. So it kind of gives you the idea of what type of vibe this fragrance is supposed to be eliciting. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so beautiful. A lot of people have compared this to Bois d'Argent from Dior. They have also compared it to the one from Van Cleef & Arpels, Bois d'Iris, I believe it's called. This does have a little bit of a resemblance to Bois d'Argent and Bois d'Iris, but I personally prefer this one so much more. There's something about this one, you guys. There's something about it that makes it so spectacular, and it just smells incredible. It's very sexy, very feminine, very bougie, very luxe. This is like your bougie luxe nighttime perfume. This is the one I would go for. Also has excellent performance. It's got great longevity. 1 or 2 sprays is all you really need. I would probably be team oversprayer though, I'll be honest. If I'm gonna wear this and wear a really nice dress, I definitely want people to smell me, so I'm probably gonna do, you know, at least 5 or 6 sprays of this, and that would really be all you would need, and you would be able to smell it on your clothing for weeks to come if you didn't dry clean your dress. So that is my Bougie Luxe Nighttime Fragrance, Christian Louboutin's Luby Rouge. The next fragrance is for the cozy night in. So this would be when you're wearing just a comfy pair of cashmere pajamas, watching some Netflix, TV series with your partner, just hanging out on the couch, maybe grabbing some pizza or cooking a nice dinner at home and then having some tea afterward on the couch. This is one of the fragrances I would definitely consider for that occasion. I actually love this fragrance. This is Ariana Grande REM. So this is a salty lavender fragrance. It has a bit of a gourmand touch to it, but it also has a little bit more of a sophisticated, a little bit more mature of a touch to it. Some people describe it as like a masculine sort of a touch. I don't really get a masculinity from it. The lavender that's in here is very relaxing. It's almost like dryer sheet vibes meets salty skin meets gourmand. It's very, very pleasant. I really like it. It's very affordable as well. And you can tell I've put a pretty good chunk out of this bottle, or taken a pretty good chunk out of this bottle since I've purchased it. One of my favorites, hands down, for those cozy nights in, and also a great intimate scent because it's not too strong, it's not too in your face. It does have a bit of a sex appeal to it. So that is Ariana Grande REM. So now we have our classy, everyday shopping type of fragrance. So this would be when you're putting on some nice clothing and you're gonna hit the stores and do some serious shopping, maybe look at some new bags, maybe go perfume shopping, go grab lunch, hanging out with a girlfriend or your partner, or maybe just by yourself. This is the type of fragrance I would grab for that. So to me, this is a very sophisticated day on the town shopping / vacationing type of a fragrance. It's just a very luxe, sophisticated, clean, fresh, feminine fragrance, and it has amazing lasting power. So this is Flora Botanica from Balenciaga. This has notes of mint, it has carnation, it has rose, it has vetiver, it has a little bit of amber, and it's just a beautiful green, long-lasting rose fragrance, and I really, really love it. To me, it smells very bougie, very luxe, perfect for going to spend a day at a mall with a lot of high-end stores and just enjoying your day, grabbing yourself maybe a nice decaf Starbucks and just chilling out and feeling great for the day and looking at amazing things and, you know, going home to your place and unpacking, all those good, fun daytime shopping vibes. So yeah, I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's kind of the vibe that I like when I go shopping, especially if I go shopping to like a higher end place. I really like to feel like 100%. And this fragrance is just very classy and very posh, and it really does give off sort of bougie vibes, very luxurious, sophisticated daytime vibes. So that is Flora Botanica from Balenciaga. The next fragrance is the first date fragrance. So this is the fragrance that I would choose to wear, one of many that I could choose to wear on a first date. So this is a beautiful brown sugar vanilla fragrance. It's not too overpowering or in your face. It just smells very sweet and very feminine. It has pretty good lasting power for me, and it has pretty good projection. I often get compliments when I wear this one. I know I've heard a lot of people talk about the Kayali fragrances, saying that they didn't get very good performance. I get pretty good performance with this one. I will say it's not the most long lasting in my collection, and it probably doesn't project as well as some other ones, but it's definitely not poor. This is one of my favorite Kayali fragrances, as you can see by the nice little dent that I've put in it. This is a very easy grab and go fragrance. So I kind of like this one for wintertime day, fall day as well, but in the summertime and the spring, this is definitely one that I would wear in the evening, and it would make a great first date scent because it would make you smell pretty and sexy and feminine and flirtatious and just good. Vanilla is one of those fragrances you can't go wrong. Men typically really like vanilla on a woman, so it does tend to come across as a very sexy, sweet type of a fragrance. And it's just very comforting and beautiful. So yeah, this is my first date fragrance. Not too in your face, not going to offend anybody or be aggressive. Just a really nice, sweet, feminine fragrance for the nighttime. The next category is the sexy, bold fragrance. So this would be the one that I would wear when I really wanted to be a little bit more aggressively sexy, if that makes sense. So this would be like more femme fatale, seductive, not your first date type of material. Not that I think there's anything wrong if you wanted to wear this on a first date. But for me, I think this is definitely a little bit more bold. This is a little bit more like take charge, command attention kind of fragrance. And this is Alien from Mugler. I absolutely love this one, you guys. This one I actually don't dedicate solely to nighttime wear. I like wearing this in the daytime, but I like wearing it in the daytime in the summer. For me, in the wintertime and in the fall's okay, I guess, but in the wintertime when there's cold air and cold weather, this does pull a little bit sharp for me, almost a little bit too sharp, too soapy. I just don't appreciate this fragrance in the winter. In the wintertime, I want something a little bit more cozy and warm and inviting and comforting and fluffy, sort of. And this is definitely not a cozy, fluffy perfume. This is your bold, in-your-face, jasmine, woody, amber fragrance. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this so much. This is one of my favorite fragrances. I've told you guys this time and time again. I think it is still my top favorite in my entire collection. It just does something to me. There's something about this fragrance that I absolutely love. It's very intoxicating, and like I said, it really does command attention, and it would be a great sexy, bold date night, or just any sort of a sexy, bold perfume when you just sort of want to feel a little bit more like take charge, ultra feminine and ultra bold. So that is Alien from Mugler. And the last category on my list is the inoffensive perfume. So this would be for those more delicate situations when you really don't want to come across as too in anyone's face. You don't want to be aggressive. You want to be very understated, very classy, very pretty. So this could be something like a job interview. This could be something like meeting the parents. A little bit more of that delicate situation where you want to walk by somebody and have them think, oh, she smells very clean and fresh and feminine and pretty, but not necessarily in your face, not too bold, not too aggressive. So this is the perfect fragrance for that. This is Chloe Absolute, and I do think you could probably pick almost any Chloe fragrance, to be honest. All of the Chloe fragrances are so understatedly sophisticated and elegant. They're just all very pleasant, feminine, pretty, soft, timeless, very chic. They're just beautiful fragrances in general. And I actually really like this one for the summertime. I did put a pretty good little dent in it last summer when I first got it, and this has really good performance. Actually, most of the Chloe fragrances have really good performance. Love Story has crazy long longevity. The original Chloe has really good performance, but yeah, I do find that I get compliments when I wear this one. I don't need to wear a whole lot of it, and it just makes me feel just very pretty and very effortless and sophisticated. That's all there is to it. So I think I even like this one more than the Chanel Beige. This is another one you could wear totally for the brunch situation or the church situation, just any of those more sensitive situations when you don't want to be too bothersome or too in anyone's face. So that is Chloe Absolute de Parfum. So that was it for today's video. I hope that you guys really enjoyed. If you made it to this point, thank you so much for watching the whole way through. That does really help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to recognize my videos so more people can watch them. So thank you so much. Feel free to head on over and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.